So I saw the story where Tua, quarterback Miami Dolphins, acknowledged and admitted that he strongly considered retirement this past year when he dealt with concussions. And that's something, had it happened to me, it happened to a family member, you should consider retirement. We get into these things in sports, these tunnels, where everybody's afraid to get canceled and called out. And so people don't acknowledge stuff, which is like obvious. And I felt like 3 or 4 years ago when I brought up that Kyler Murray was a little too small for my taste, or that, size mattered at quarterback, I got a lot of pushback on this stuff. And it's like, now can we all admit it, that Bryce Young's size is a little concerning out of Alabama, and it should be? That Tua is small, and Jalen Hurts is not ideal, though I wouldn't classify him as small. He's been dinged up. And that Baker Mayfield, for a number 1 pick, Baker's 6 feet tall and not a great athlete. Tried to size up a safety after an interception, banged on his shoulder, got hurt, never the same quarterback. Is that we have to be honest about this stuff, is that Mahomes and Herbert and Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, these are bigger than average men. It matters. Go look at the list of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, your John Elways, your Bradys, your Peyton Mannings, your Big Bens, your Joe Montanas and Steve Youngs. Not a lot of 5'10" guys there. So, and I think it's a real concern about Bryce Young. It's why there's a quarterback for Tennessee that may go in the second round, Hendon Hooker. The knock on him is that he had an ACL injury, but he's a big, strong kid who throws a beautiful football. He may be your best bet. He may be your best bet in this draft. I don't know that to be true, but he is big, he's strong, he's got a big arm. And he's older, so he's a more mature kid, right, than your average 21, 22-year-old quarterback coming in. He's been around a while. So this stuff with Tua is, he's got an extension possibility coming up. I couldn't give it to him. I just couldn't. The way I look at Tua, great kid, great high school and college career, limitations at the pro level. And I said, we're to a point now where the media is not going to give you a pass on concussions. And not only are they not going to give you a pass, concussions, the opinions will be swift, they'll be punitive. And I think the Miami Dolphins, if Tua has a concussion, you can't play him for a month minimum. I mean, if third week of the year, September, concussion, if you play him before Thanksgiving, you're going to get hammered by people. It's the one injury where the media is relentless, and no company wants to get banged on by the media for 8 to 10 weeks. They don't. All right? So it's a bummer. Like some guys, I've seen it at every position in the NFL. Some guys are built for high school and college, just not quite built for the NFL, and I don't know if Tua is. I mean, he has admitted before. Now he's admitting he thought about retirement, and he's admitted before he struggles at times to see over the offensive line. It's okay. We can acknowledge this, right? Like it's an adult conversation now. And it's why Sean Payton came on my show and said, be very, very careful about not going prototype in the first 10 to 15 picks. Do not get an offensive tackle that's 6'2 or 6'3. They got to be 6'5 and a half minimum. Don't take a small corner. Don't take a smaller quarterback. So I think the Dolphins are in a really tricky situation. Tua is a really good guy. They want to protect him. They should. Tua also needs to be protected, like most pro athletes, from themselves, because they're all competitors and all want to play. But that news that Tua considered retirement, how do you not consider that if you're the Miami Dolphins going forward? How do you not?